Reading is certainly fundamental, but it's also beloved. And next spring, 2 events will kick off the nation's courting of literature. On March 2nd, which happens to be Dr. Seuss's birthday, it'll be celebrated with Read Across America, an annual program by the National Education Association that encourages communities to get youth to read. And PBS will launch the Great American Read, a nationwide campaign to find, quote, America's best-loved book. It's no secret, America has fallen in love with books all over again, but now the institutions that house them are getting their moment to shine. According to a recent Pew Research study, 94% of Americans say public libraries improve the quality of life in communities. At the 4th annual New York City Neighborhood Library Awards, also known as the Oscars of Libraries, branches were honored for their contributions to the city. 5 of the best were awarded a grand prize of $20,000 each, and all were treated to a viewing of a short documentary highlighting the incredible ways in which these institutions have uplifted New York City's communities. Here's a quick look.
When I first stopped working, we started coming every day. That gave me the time to do research and see what are my options.
Here you go. Thank you very much.
I need help with the computer if you're not busy.
Oh, no, I'm not busy. You want to sit over here?
Apply to the School of Nursing and Healthcare.
I want to finish college, and now I don't have any excuses not to complete what I need to do.
You need to write a personal statement, an essay. Are you concerned?
No, I'm just glad you're here with me.
And I'm very pleased to be joined by one of the people who made the awards a possibility, Julie Sandorf, who's the president of the Charles H. Revson Foundation, and also by Manuel Martinez, who's the branch manager of one of the winning libraries. You just saw it a moment ago in that clip, the Allerton Library in Bronx, New York. And welcome to both of you here.
Thank you for having us.
Julie, you said an interesting thing to me just a moment ago, in that the documentary tells some stories, and some very powerful and compelling stories. How many stories did you all sift through that were contributed here by people who said, look, libraries made a difference in my life?
This year's Library Awards, we received over 24,000 nominations. 24,000 New Yorkers took time out in their busy days to write us and tell us the stories of why they loved their libraries and why their branches were indispensable. And the stories are so compelling. They range from young kids, where the library is a safe haven, to immigrants who learn ESL, learn to become citizens, to cultural arts programs, to places where you can just come and discover the treasures of the world because they're all in your library.
Why is this program, this initiative, so important to the Charles H. Revson Foundation?
We knew these institutions were absolute treasured community institutions, but the branches had experienced decades of neglect. Over $1.5 billion in deferred maintenance, ceilings crumbling, library hours and government support for our libraries was below the top 10 cities in this country. And we also knew that in a city of 3 million immigrants, Andrew Carnegie's dream of the libraries being open to everyone, no matter who you are, no matter what your race is, your income, your gender, your age, that you could open up an intellectual, social life to everyone.
Mandy, let me ask you about that. What have you seen in terms of, let's call it the usage, I guess, for lack of a better term, of your facility over the last couple of years? Has it increased? Has it decreased?
Well, the usage at my facility at the Allerton Library has increased over the years. We've targeted outreach into the community to make sure people are aware of our services. I've gone to several meetings, several community board meetings, smaller associations within the community to find out exactly what the needs of the community was. And then I took that information back to the branch, worked with my team to develop programming, to develop classes and workshops that would help people in the community. And we have seen a great increase in attendance.
How do you determine, this is a significant award, and as you said, with 20,000 plus stories about how people have been utilizing libraries, how do you determine who the award winners are?
Well, ultimately it's subjective, but what we look for are stories that have come from the heart. Stories that tell us about how libraries have changed people's lives, their own lives. From an immigrant from Morocco who spoke no English and felt utterly isolated, she found the library and she found a community of people who were wonderful and helped her learn English and helped her join different workshops and groups so she could meet her neighbors. The stories are endless.
So great stories then from people who utilize this. Manny, from your perspective, what does this award mean? $20,000. What can you do with it?
Let me start off by saying it's a true honor to be in the top 5 grand prize winners. My team and I are truly honored to know that the community they're thankful for the services that we provide to them, and they really take out of the programs that we do and the activities and the classes. They're learning every day, and just to know that.
I think what's important for people to know is that when you think of the libraries, it's not just a repository of books. There are classes going on. There are these programs reaching out, not just to immigrants, to other members of the community. So I guess my question, and let me ask you this, Julie, is that what is necessary in order to continue to allow our libraries to thrive, be a vibrant part of our existence? Because I suspect some people out there will say, well, you know what, in this digital age, libraries are going to soon become irrelevant.
Well, we've got this unbelievable physical asset that 40 million visitors don't lie, that we could capitalize on and should be. And we've made some progress, but not enough.
Well, hopefully through conversations like this, we'll be able to make more progress, because it's hard to look at this and see any downside to the idea of just take these marvelous treasures and make them available to as many people for as much time during the week as we possibly can.
Particularly in this environment where there's such acrimony, this is the one place where people come together. And because the librarians are so trusted and such honest brokers, you really can fulfill the American dream in these institutions.
It is. Julie, I want to thank you, and certainly the Revson Foundation for the marvelous work you've been doing here. And Manny, for you, for the excellent, exceptional work you're doing in yours, and glad to see you being honored for that. As a
thank you.
Pass that on to your team also for contributing in that. So thank you both for joining us.
Thank you, Jack. Appreciate it.